promise that you never say never. Cause a broken promises will never change ever. Promise that you never say never.
I'm Andrea, back with a recap for this week. Over the past few weeks, we've been discussing some of the 8 dimensions of health and wellness. And let me just go over the few that we've already shared information on. First week was emotional wellness, which was coping effectively with life and creating satisfying relationships. So emotional and mental wellness kind of use those words interchangeably, or terms interchangeably. Financial wellness, satisfaction with current and future financial situations. Social wellness, developing a sense of connection, belonging, and well-developed support system. Spiritual wellness, which was expanding our sense of purpose and meaning in life. Occupational wellness, which was personal satisfaction and enrichment derived from one's work. And in this past week, we shared information on physical wellness, which is recognizing the need for physical activity, diet, sleep, and nutrition. So we tied physical wellness into holidays, and I mentioned a lot of us try to get as much done as possible in a limited amount of time. And sometimes that doesn't leave us as much time to get rest. So we may not be getting adequate amounts of sleep at night, which could probably increase stress, which then links to, your emotional and mental health being a little bit out of balance. So I know several times I've mentioned how one of the dimensions may play a role in another dimension. So yes, physical wellness plays a role in other health and wellness dimensions, especially the emotional and mental wellness area. But it also can play a role in social wellness, depending on how, depending on the situation with the person. So here's a few things that I think we should look at in regards to physical wellness. Everybody talks about exercise when it comes to physical wellness. And sometimes it's like you hear it all the time and you don't want to hear it, but it is necessary. So exercise is important. Try to get about 20 to 30 minutes of exercise at least 3 times a week. And of course, nutrition is another one that always is brought up and talked about. Your nutrition is important as well. And it's not just for the physical wellness aspect, but also the emotional and mental aspect, because those play on each other, like I just mentioned. So eat fruits and vegetables, whole grains, avoid tobacco products. One of the things that people, in Texas, people wear their seatbelt, because if you don't, you're going to get a ticket if you get caught. But that's one of the things that I came across while I was reading some things. You wear your seatbelt while riding or driving in a car. It can prevent, if you are in an accident, it can prevent it from being a lot worse. Avoid drinking caffeinated and sugary beverages. Now, depending on how you look at that, caffeinated beverages can be good if it's coffee without the additional additives that we add, sweeteners, this, that, sugar. And then, of course, sugary beverages. You should limit sugary beverages. Getting an adequate amount of sleep. Just mention that. Sleep is very important. Keep up with your annual physicals, dental checkups, immunizations if necessary, and exams. I mentioned healthcare and some of the information that I shared. Sometimes our healthcare or insurance sucks. That's just how it is. My health insurance right now currently isn't the best, but I can say that all my wellness visits or my preventative exams are covered with my insurance. But that's just preventative. If I get sick, then I have to figure out how to pay for that. But your annual physical most of the time would be under a wellness or preventative exam. It should be covered by insurance. So look into that, take care of that. A lot of times they can catch things ahead of time and beforehand before anything gets worse. Maintain a reasonable weight. Of course, that's exercise and diet comes into play with maintaining a reasonable weight. Brushing your teeth, flossing, and also stress management techniques to help keep you calm and relaxed. Stress management, great for physical health, but health and wellness, but also we mentioned that when we were talking about emotional and mental health and wellness. So that those are a few things to look at when you're thinking about your physical wellness. Now, next week, we are going to get into sharing information on intellectual wellness. And it's a little bit different depending on how you look at it. But intellectual wellness is defined as recognizing creative abilities and finding ways to expand knowledge and skills. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Sometimes we can overlook our own creative abilities, or we may downplay certain things that we're good at, and we may not think we're good at them, but other people may see those qualities in us. So we need to try to explore those things a little bit more. So that's going to come in up next week, or in this coming week. Intellectual wellness, recognizing creative abilities and finding ways to expand knowledge and skills. I'm really enjoying this. Going into the Christmas week, getting ready for Christmas. We have intellectual and environmental. That's the last two dimensions of health and wellness for the end of the year. I might do a recap. We'll see how everything goes, but I have been enjoying this, getting information, sharing information, and just going on this journey with you guys. Get in touch with me if you need to. Let me know if there's questions, concerns, anything you want to cover, any additional information that you want me to find for you. Please reach out. Hope you guys are having a great Sunday evening and you are trying to relax and prepare for this week coming up. It's the last week before Christmas. I know people are trying to get it all together and get everything needed before family gets in and before it comes down to crunch time and Christmas is here for the kids and family. Hope you guys are having a happy holiday. And like I said, get with me, get in touch with me if you need to. Thanks.
Promise that you never say never, 'cause a broken promises will never change ever.